Okay, so this is Chrono Odyssey, a playtest, and we're gonna see what the game's like. You know, it looked interesting and fun. Apparently, there's server maintenance that things causes some issues, which was interesting to try and load in on. But also, it seems like there's 77 minutes left of the thing, so we'll just see what we can get done. Press A to bind a new destiny. Okay. That's a pressure a few times there. Select your class and sentinel. A little slow at loading in sometimes, but it's fine. Okay, so there's quite a few people. Right, so selecting them on controller seems a little harder than it should be. It would be nice if we could see what they did. Ranger. Ranger seems good. What are you? Hello? Okay, that clicked on Berserker, not the guy that I was trying to click on. Giga Chads. This guy. Paladin. Okay, so he's the healer. Swordsman. He's got quite a few different scars on his face. We've got Sorcerer. Likes the source. My controller drifted, making it certainly hard to select people. Assassin! This'll be rogue. Got gun, got saber, got wrist blades. This'll be the sort of character that I normally players. So this class is currently deactivated and will be revealed at launch. Well, that's perfect, isn't it? So this character is currently deactivated and will be revealed at launch. Choose your character. There's not a lot of options. Okay, so we can be a ranger. It is a playtest, but you can't playtest all the characters. So we're going to be a ranger. And it will be fine. So, rapier. She's got a sword of some sort. Okay, so there's a few different presets for the faces. Any moment it'll let me select something round. I think I will use my controller for now. I mean mouse. Okay. Random. Oh my god. Just random it a few times till we get, oh my god, something interesting. That person has weird lips. They all have weird lips. They're all very, very, very close up to their face too. Oh my god, it's Dark Souls. Angie, like the makeup that it's given them is very curious. She suddenly grew facial hair. You know what? Angie, oh. Angie face it is. Let's see what we can make. We're probably just going to spend the whole time creating character then, I guess, aren't we? Shiny. That's a lot more yellowy than it necessarily looks. Skin, face, and shape. Right, so I guess we move along these after. Wrinkles. Oh my god. You make them very wrinkly. Facial outline. Okay, so you can change where the face shape is. Make it narrow, wide, short, or long. Protrusion. Okay, so how far the jaw protrudes. There's good skills. Hello, Anakim. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. Enjoy your book. Hopefully having a nice weekend. It's not too hot. Forehead. I can make the forehead stick out a bit if we want. We can also make it cave in and be, they've definitely had a few too many injuries. That's nice. Cheekbones. Big but narrow cheekbones that true doubt about. And then you can also mess with where they sit. Okay, so there's very detailed character creation. Frontal cheekbones. Very, very, very detailed. Okay, we can sink them into the face, or we can make them puff out like a chipmunk. Then again, you know, make them jiggle around. Very, very interesting. Lateral cheekbones. 3 different cheekbone placements. I wouldn't necessarily call that a cheekbone anymore. That's the I don't even know what to call that bit. That's where the sideburns are. Sideburn bones, I guess. Okay, and then there's several different chin things. Oh my god, there's so many different things that we could create. We're going to be here all day on the character creation. Literally. Let's try and speed this up a bit. Gotta make it a little cursed, though. You know, they've given us the option to be very, very, very cursed. Oh, giant chin. I mean, we've done giant chin before. Giant chin isn't that interesting. Ribbit. Ribbit. Chin flab. Oh. Okay, so we can't make them have a giant flabby chin, unfortunately. Oh. Maybe. Just a little too more. Very questionable. Inside inverted. You know what? We're going to go with that one for the slightly cursedness. Cheeks. Sucked on too much. I'm not trying to zoom out on that. I'm trying to read what the different things are, but I guess there's no different things on that one. Sucked a few too many lemons. That'll do. Brow ridge shape. Kind eyes. Oh, we can give majorly cursed shadow. Worried. We'll go there. Eye shape. Giant sticking out eyes. Okay, you can make them very, 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 very cursed. I'm trying to scroll down this, not scroll out. That. Sad pointing down eyes. Okay, so we can't make the eyes as cursed necessarily, it seems. We can make the eyebrow inverted or something there. Outer corners. Gaze. Down at the floor and inwards. I think you should sort of, I mean, she's looking a little down, but yeah. Is that all you can do to the eyes? Eye pupil, okay. What is this shape? Iris number 19. There we go. Less transparency. Perfect. Iris shape. I mean, there's not great options, are there? That'll do. That's iris color. Not that noticeable. Transparency. Okay. Big red eye. Pupil. The pupil's weird. Do not enter sign. Ring sign. Okay. Hypnotize and swirl. We're gonna go with the hypnotize and swirl. Shame I can't make it like, you know, different colours. Oh, you can. Like just a little hint of colour. Pupil transparency. I mean, it's not meant to be transparent, is it? It's a pupil. Let's go with this iris. Make this one pink. Less transparency. The outer iris shape. We'll go with... I think we went with that one before. What's that? No, we'll go with that one. That's a weird eyeball shape. We're going to go with the heart on this one. Again, not overly visible. Overall balance. Big irises, yes, big eyes. That's the pupil size. Iris shade color. I'll just give it that. Okay, nose. The short. Shape. Okay, so we can make it wonky. Angle. Struggles to breathe. Really struggles to breathe. Again, suck too many lemons. We have to make it a little cursed. Okay, happier. Ears. Oh, giant ears. Angle back. Pointy. Earlobes. Short. Okay, body. Body type. Short. Too big a head. Don't want to mess with everything too much, right? Narrow shoulders. Distortion. Just to mess with things. Upper arms. No, cursed long arms are a bit weird. It can't make them extra short though. Can make them a little more cursed though. Wrists. wrists. Hands. Cursed hands. Hey, so they don't get that big. Yeah, no, we can just make literally giga cursed. I'm trying not to make it taller. Lower torso. Everything is just grow bigger. Why do we need these things? I want to make it shorter. I want to make it even shorter. Decoration. Right, have... Oh, in zoom with. Have more decoration. No, I'm trying to scroll in the menu, not scroll out. Sure. That'll do. Blue. Density. Luster. Two-toned hair color. Is that all we can do with that? Right, makeup. Whatever, that's fine. Facial hair, match hair color, density. No, we don't want facial hair. Patterns. No Celtic knots or anything? Stop zooming out just because I'm zooming down the thing. Yeah, no, that just looks stupid. I don't know, if I click reset like that, that'll probably reset the whole thing. That would be a mistake. I was starting to hold it and then I realized, no, that's probably gonna reset the whole character. Accessories. Sure. Whatever, that'll do. Equipment. Perfect. The void. That's exactly what we want to wear. The void. Oh. Oh. I think we broke the game. She couldn't handle wearing the voids. He couldn't handle it. The game stopped working because that didn't work. Let's see if... Perfect. Let's see if character got saved. Not being fully created and all. Probably not, right? Probably didn't. But I guess you get to see the opening start sequence. Interesting. So that'll be something. Unless it's going to come up with the there's X amount of time left until the server's closed thing again. Because that was coming up a few times and then crashed it. But then the one time that it didn't, got into that stage. Okay, it's a little slow to start loading. But once it gets there, it runs fine. Very, very, very warm today. So, you know. Cacao Games. Chrono Studio. And then the clock goes backwards and then Ironically, you had to load it up like 5 times and see about 10 seconds extra of this every time. Intentional or not? I don't know. Because, you know, there's Chrono time rewinding, right?
My own folly. The void has consumed us all.
This is the stuff that's going to be in the game.
God.
If we ever get that
Calamity
far.
bears not name nor face, yet draws closer still. Is this the end? Nay. 'Tis but the beginning.
Beginning that we may eventually get to see the beginning of the game.
Our cries shall be heard, but not remembered.
We may eventually get to see the beginning of the game. Okay, so we're on the right server. Play. So for anyone that had heard, they happen once now to stop other rounds. Okay. No! And my character didn't get saved. Fine. Yeah, we'll select this class. We'll just click with a random. You don't need to do our whole character creation, right? Random. Perfect. Very Souls. These are definitely Dark Souls characters. Definitely Dark Souls characters. You know, perfect. Yep. That'll do. It's not exactly what I made, but it'll do. It'll do. It probably has clothes that I could have picked something different, but you know, it'll do. There's not much time left of the demo anyway, so we'll just go with what there is and play. Because we want to play some, you know? Not just a character creator game, we want to play the game a bit. But it was good that they do have a thorough character creator. You can make very cursed things. But, you know, I would like to be able to make the limbs ridiculously short and the eyes ridiculously big, you know, just to make it a bit more cursed and interesting. But I can see why they wouldn't want you to, because maybe you can't move around properly or play the game properly with really ridiculously short legs. But maybe you can do cursed things if you give your character, like, stretched Armstrong arms. Do you reach further? Do you hit things further away? That an exploit? We don't have the salad fingers anymore, unfortunately. You know, subtle salad fingers was good enough. Subtly cursed. And the sucking too many lemons mouth. Yes. You know, we had some subtleties. But again, it is like, you know, a playtest, so things are gonna crash and things are gonna break, and that's the whole point of it, right? A playtest and show off things that are broken. Okay. Is this in the game or is this a loading screen?
At last, we'll soon be rid of this
relic that
mess.
reverts time. To think we've come this far chasing mere myth.
Tails, fucking hell.
You certainly didn't go with heads.
As if there was another choice. No allies, kin,
T-pose
We've
for
not left to
dominance.
lose.
Actually, that's A posing, but
Soldiers, we move to secure the relic.
you know, he really wanted to land heads,
Ready
so he'd have a head.
yourselves. Balder, join me at the front.
Oh. There we go. Yeah, he's the only one without a head, to be fair. Boulder. He doesn't have hair nor a head. Can't get any Boulder. Too graphic for stream, obviously. Whatever's going on in this cutscene.
I hope Ethelred is okay. We must hold the line.
Okay. Flavor. Plenty of flavor. Okay, chromatic aberration there going on. A little laggy. Okay, it's got auto aim for the controller. Can I switch weapons? I know that we're a archer. That's a skill, okay.
Shit, there's no end. You go first as captain.
So I guess she only uses arrows. She doesn't get to use the dirt thing that she had. There's no end to them. I missed. Okay, they are literally respawning back in, so there is no end to them. Are we meant to lose here? Not enough vigor. I mean, I'm a archer. I guess I'm kind of immune to the problems. They can't get me if I stay in the back of the battlefield, right? We get this one that's coming for us. The one that's coming for us might be more of an urgent issue. Okay, they got it. Okay. I can't help but notice that we're not like getting aim assist anymore. Hot patched and turned off. It was instantly locking onto everything for me, and then I said, oh, there's aim assist and it's too easy, and then it stopped being a thing. But I think we're supposed to die. I'm assuming. But I'm not gonna let it. Okay, there's a little delay in the arrow coming out. No, why would I choose to fail? Not enough big. Hi. We don't choose to fail here. We never give up. Okay, just shoot over its head, that'll do it. I mean, we're not losing. Interrupted routes. Yeah, I think the archery might make it so that we might live a lot longer than anyone else. Which is why I'm getting in there a bit more, you know, because while I'm choosing not, well, I'm not choosing to lose, but at the same time, we're going to take risks. Kill as many as you can. I mean, we've literally wrecked them all. Apart from the fact that they infinitely respawn in. Okay, you just dodge that. That's rude. Yeah, I feel like we're meant to lose. What if I refuse? What if I go explore instead? Or leave? You're on your own!
Beyond the forest! We must save the captain and securing the relic!
Bye! We must save the captain. Bye! They're just infinitely respawning. There's nothing I can do there. Okay, the birds are all coming for me. Ooh. Whatever this is. Oh, there's a big old dragon or something. Very cinematic. Lots of crosses. Oh. Dragon. Flavor. The Ender Dragon's probably going to come and eat me. They seemed harmless. Head to the ruins. Okay. What ruins? Is there a map? Hi. Just a friend. Were we meant to be on horseback? Yes, no, I was definitely on a horse. I remember now. I was most definitely riding a horse here urgently. That's definitely what happened there. The lost of battle because, you know, it was overwhelming. They were infinitely teleporting in, and we had to ride off at horseback to the ruins to save everyone. Definitely what happened. And then we died, it seems. But then what happens? Oh no, my horse. It got away from me. How, what a pity. That horse was sure handy. Okay, we crashed the game. They weren't prepared for someone that ran up there not on horseback. What happened? I left the infinitely spawning tutorial to the dragon area, not on horseback. Triggered cutscene on horseback and it crashed. That's exactly what happened. Now go away, Steam, so I can submit the crash report. That they probably don't get because security errors. They're probably not getting these, but, you know, attempts were made. Attempts were certainly made. Also, it might be the end of the playtest. I don't know how much longer there is. Playtime 51 minutes. When I first tried to launch it, it was saying there's 77 minutes left. So they might have closed the service. It is an hour precise, you know, has passed time. As in, it's 9 o'clock. That seems like a sort of time that they might close the service or something. Bang on the hour. Rather than wait until like 1/2 or 20 past or something. You know, 20 extra minutes at 77. I'm going to assume the time that it doesn't say that we played is the amount of time that was lost through game closing and crashing and things. But that might have been the end of the playtests. But it was pretty, that end bit, before crash. But I thought that was meant to be another day where it goes on till tomorrow, but maybe not. Maybe that's the end. But who knows? Maybe we can get back in and it'll be back where we were on horseback. We'll see. That's hello! How's your day going? Hopefully it's going good. How are things? Having a nice weekend so far? Very, very, very warm here. Also, congrats on hitting the target. I saw the center target thing. Very, very good. Those things are, you know, normally a little challenging as well because, you know, they're not the most accurate at times and it's hard to see through the tiny little thing so far away from the target. So, very good job. Any big plans today? Up to anything interesting? I do appreciate you being here and hanging out. Very, very warm here. There's a heat wave. It was a little colder earlier, but now it's gone hot again. Hopefully everything's going good. Went to a meetup today and met some new people. Was scary. How'd I dare to go? Nice. You know, you gotta push yourself sometimes to do these things, and it is always nice to meet new people. So hopefully the meetup did go good. Well, you said it did. Were they streamers as well, or was it work related? But yeah, you know, you need to push yourself to dare go sometimes. App called Meetup. Have you heard about it? I haven't, no. It's the first time that I've heard about it. Okay, we crashed the game again. So what sort of things do you meet up? Vegan picnic. Okay, that's not bad. So is it just to meet random people and, you know, do things? Or I'm guessing, you know, you want to meet vegan people in that and then, you know, you had a vegan meetup. It'd be interesting to maybe look at all kinds of groups and events. Yeah, maybe I might look it up, see what's going on in it. You know, it's interesting to meet new people. There's probably not going to be a lot going on over here, though, especially as I've never heard of it, and probably a lot of people here haven't. So, you know, if no one's heard about it, then it's probably going to be hard to find people to meet up in it. But, you know, maybe I'll look it up and see what's going on. Did you all have to bring your own food, I guess, and then you tried everyone's food? But many were not vegan, mix of people, but everyone bought some snacks. Okay, that's pretty good. And I guess a lot of people that weren't specifically vegan were doing it to, you know, maybe experience it and try it out. I imagine it is international, but you know, I'm just going to assume because people, or at least I haven't heard of it, that I'm going to assume other people here haven't heard of it and it's going to be a challenge to find people, you know? But yeah, they're obviously interested in trying it out, so they wanted to experience the range of all the different vegan foods that might have been out there and, you know, have nibbles and see, you know, is this the sort of food that I could get on with? So, you know, even if they're not specifically vegan, they're giving it an effort and they're giving it a try. So, you know, that's pretty good. How's my weekend going? Hot. There's a heat wave here. It's a little too hot, especially with the computer on. Did some shopping earlier, but you know, not that much interesting so far. No big meetups or anything. You know, nothing particularly interesting as you got going on. And you were doing Midsummer Festival and everything. You've had lots going on. Just, you know, trying not to bake with the heat. Give you some heat. Here it's quite chilly. You're welcome to have some of my heat. It's too hot and sweaty here, so you are welcome to it. I will take some of the chilliness and cool down a bit. I had ice creams and ice lollies, and still it's very, 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 very hot. Now I have no more ice cream left, so maybe I might have to go get more tomorrow or something, unfortunately. But yeah, you can certainly take a few degrees of the heat away. You're welcome to them, you know. Probably going to be cold soon. I don't know, I think the next week's still going to be pretty hot. You should also celebrate Midsummer, spice things up. It would be fun, but at the same time, I know that most of the place here are just like towns and things, and don't really have as much opportunities to do that. You know, maybe in the countryside, maybe they might do things like that, but in the cities and everything, they don't really do it. But yeah, you know, it's good to have silliness and fun. You know, I wouldn't be against going to something like that. Sounds like it could be a good time. Okay, I don't think the game's going to load up again. Oh no, it did. Year 856, the ruins of time. The endless cycle of doing the same things over again. Open and crash the game again. Perfect. I think they might have taken the servers down, to be fair. I think that might be what's going on. So I did see the things. I think they've taken the servers down. So there might not be any more or less. But we tried. You know, we tried a little bit of it. I think I should probably